Good morning, Julian. Again, so I'm going to,
We got one ready?
yeah, do you want me to just get another one and then come back in?
Oh, you didn't hear, just write your name in.
Oh, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, get another one done, she's done the bench. We'll give you one.
If you guys want to take me, I'm gonna maybe do a case or two more, then I'll be back, okay?
Thank you. Nice to see the sun in December, huh?
Oh, that's pretty, I didn't know it was big.
How are you, sir?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
Good.
Can I have O'Darity and just kind of dismiss almost?
Sure. I'm getting the rest of them right here.
How you doing? Okay.
And what's the last name on that one?
O'Darity with an O. He's the guy that stands outside the station. His wife owns.
Well, he's got rights.
Well,
What a way to display them,
you
huh?
know, just because you can, doesn't
Don't
mean
you,
you should,
guy.
right?
The abuse of freedom in this country is
Yeah,
unbelievable.
exactly. So, everything else good?
Yeah, man, how about you?
Yeah. Dismissal of the case because the clerk doesn't want to prosecute the guys taking care of everything. Should I just tell them no?
Yeah, I don't see what we have.
There's no reason, because I dismiss it.
Yep, so it's just that, right? Yep, we'll dismiss it. Just tell them.
Yep. Sam's an attorney.
Is there any bond or anything? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, you can just send them on their way.
Well, no, we need to go take. Kalau di atau ya,
What's there?
I don't have anything,
Oh,
because he put it in the file, he brought it in the file,
oh, I'm a little lost.
prosecutor,
What's the name on
Hashemi.
it? Okay, I got it right
And
here.
then there was just.
Oh, it's yours.
And
I
actually,
think it's a dismissal.
it's double parking, and then they're dismissing this, but he actually already paid this policy to the judge.
Perfect.
Thank you, I'll be back, I'm gonna get some other stuff.
Taxi.
He does not speak English,
Yeah.
he has somebody here to help him. with
We'll
that.
make sure we bring them up.
Perfect, thank you.
Heather, you have an orange marker we can have.
An orange marker?
Can we keep that?
You're welcome.
Tim says he's going home and he's retired when that orange marker out there is dead and it's barely working.
So you're gonna switch it up?
Yeah.
You guys got something on it? You guys got it right up?
Rob has it.
So you already wrote what's the last name?
Oh,
I got it right here.
okay, beautiful.
Oh, he must be warm. No, he's a good guy. I like, I think he laugh a little bit. Well, good morning. We ready to go, so wait.
Yeah.
10 seconds. Wait. Mr. Foley is rushing with it.
Oh, is he?
I'm gonna ask.
Yeah. I just got it recently. He's on there.
Who's the intern?
23727-105. I mean, 1 before. Yes, 3.
Morning, Judge.
You ready?
Yes.
All right, come on up on Hall.
Good morning, Grandma.
Good morning, Mr. Bolanus. Good morning, ma'am.
Gregory Bulahanis on behalf of Tawanda Hall, Your Honor.
Looks like a pretty good deal.
Very good deal.
All right. Ms. Hall tells me here that you're going to plead responsible to a third charge, civil infraction, double parking. You've agreed to pay fines at cost of $400, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And both the original charges from October 30th will be dismissed. Is that the way you want to resolve this?
Yes.
That's what we'll do then. You want to put it on the civil infraction file easier? That'll be on A.
Your Honor, may she have 30 days to pay the,
You can. You need to go downstairs to our front counter and set up arrangements with them.
okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a great day, people.
You
Happy
too.
holidays.
Happy holidays.
You as well.
I'll be back with a couple other cases.
I'll be here.
Okay.
4. Give me a name.
I'm thinking the Crystal.
Say again?
Hashimi Abdullah, the last name is Hashimi.
Yeah, we're waiting for your attorney.
Oh,
How about Polacoser?
Sharon Howard.
All right. Same attorney we're waiting for. Two names I called were dismissal. I'm assuming the defendants are gone already. So Polo Koser and O'Doherty. Give me a name, Dave.
Groom, Groom.
Groom, like riding groom?
Yes. It's a Huron while it's showing in the street.
Mr. Jadala, your appearance for groom.
Respectfully, Your Honor, Sam Richard, 62986, appearing on behalf of Mr. Groom, is currently approaching.
All right, the plea agreement tells me that we're gonna add a charge of impaired driving and all three original charges from July 11 would be dismissed, correct?
That is correct, Your Honor.
Do you understand the possible penalty for that charge, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
And have you discussed your rights and options with counsel?
Yes, Your
Do you
Honor.
understand all those rights?
Yes, Your
The
Honor.
options they give you?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily? Guys, you can't talk so loud in the courtroom.
Sorry.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, would you give me the facts I need? Incident date was July 11.
On July 11, 2017, Mr. Richard, prior to operating the vehicle, you had been drinking,
Yes, Your Honor.
and did that drinking affect your ability to drive?
Yes, Your Honor.
Was there a data master?
Yes, and you blew over a .07, is that correct, the legal limit?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied, Mr. Jadala? I am as well. All right, so I'm going to dismiss the case number 3099 and 3100, each of which has cash bond on. So I'm going to put the bonds, send them over to the impaired driving file, which is 3098. Let's see. I'm assuming you've explained to Mr. Groom what comes next.
Yes, Your Honor, he understands that he's going to be scheduled for a pre-sentence interview where he's going to meet with probation. They're going to ask him some questions, and he was going to be scheduled to come back to sentencing.
Okay. All right, so I will continue those bonds. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
All right, have a good day, gentlemen.
Thank you. He has some special requests, you know. Crystal's in there, now we got two.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Howard?
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Howard. Ms. Howard, would you please state your full name for the record?
Sharon Day Howard, good morning.
Tell me about this, please.
Your Honor, at this time, my client is prepared to plead guilty to fail to display a license. In exchange, the driving while license suspended would be dismissed, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Howard, did you understand your rights and options when you discussed those with counsel?
Yes,
And you understand the possible penalty for the added charge?
yes,
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to the fail to display?
yes,
On October 3, 2023, did you drive a vehicle in Sumter, or excuse me, in Huron Township while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
yes,
Satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
So am I. I'll
Thank
accept
you.
the plea to the added charge, dismiss the original. What should I know about Ms. Howard's situation before I sentence?
Your Honor, we would ask that the court impose fines and costs. Ms. Howard indicates that at this time, it is not an option for her to obtain a valid license. She understands that she should not be driving without a valid license, Your Honor. She has accepted responsibility here today, and I would ask that the court consider all of that. She also is having to pay defaulted tickets. She indicates that at one point she had COVID. She missed a court date. She did post a $150 bond and is here today with this court.
Yeah, and you've got a payment plan already on those other ones, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I do.
All right, so add today into that. So
Oh,
you get
okay.
one payment plan.
Thank
Oh,
you.
All
oh,
right,
it'd
so
be
the
one
total on
payment.
today's
Okay.
file.
You'll roll
is-
it in.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
today's file total 465, that, the 150 you posted will apply towards that.
Okay, so I don't have to stop downstairs
You do.
again?
You should, yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right, thank you.
Good
Take
luck, man.
care.
Abdullah Hashimi. Counsel,
Crystal Maria Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Hashemi, this is my client, Mr. Hashemi, Your Honor. He does not speak English, but he does have someone here with him that is able to translate if the court would allow.
are you the translator?
No, I'm the translator.
You're the, what's your last name?
Khan,
Khan? All right, Mr. Khan, what's the language?
Pashto,
All right, raise your right hand.
Pashto.
Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm that you will actually translate between Pashto and English and Pashto so that myself, counsel, and Mr. Hashemi can discuss this matter today?
Yes, sir.
Let him know what we just did. I understand that you are going to plead responsible to a charge of double parking. You've agreed to pay fines and costs totaling $400.
So, Your Honor, he's asking that he can't pay the whole thing at one time if he.
Oh, we'll do payments. We'll do payments. Yeah.
Yes, Your Honor.
In exchange for you entering that plea, the prosecutors asked me to dismiss the misdemeanor charge that was issued on November 2nd.
Your Honor, if I may, the prosecutor was also inclined to dismiss the speeding, but we realized after it's not on the docket and it's already been paid, Your Honor.
Already defaulted.
Yes.
Okay. Is that your agreement?
So, Your Honor, he didn't know that his license was canceled because he's new, and I think when he went to get his license renewed, he also renewed his ID, state ID. For that reason, they canceled his license, so he didn't know that. So he's saying that, is that his fault?
And Your Honor, he did indicate that to me. I did go over his right to go to trial in this matter. This is the best offer that we can.
Right.
That can be made in this case. And so, of course, he has the option to go to trial if he'd like, or avail himself of this offer.
Translate.
So I think he said he will agree to the payment, the $400.
Okay, I will accept your plea. I'll dismiss the original charge. I'll send you downstairs with your help to set up a payment plan on the $400.
Okay.
Thank
Sounds
you,
good.
Your
Thank you
Honor.
so much.
Any questions?
No.
And
Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
This, but it's not a misdemeanor. Okay, he should, but it's not a misdemeanor.
Jeffrey Rhodes.
Thank you. Mr. Rose, please, he's still out in the hallway. Sorry, Your Honor, I will bring him in.
How about Abraham? No, he's out with Bowditch. Gardette?
Your Honor, date and time set for pretrial in this matter. I contacted or attempted to contact the complainant. I did not get returned. Moved to dismiss at this time. They understand it can be refiled, but in all likelihood, it will not.
No objections, Your Honor.
All right. You understand what dismiss without prejudice means?
Yes,
All right, case dismissed.
thank you.
Draw set.
Thank you.
How about Travis St. Clair? Mr. Young?
Robert Young, Sumter Township, Your Honor, date and time set for pretrial in this matter. It's my understanding the defendant is requesting a jury trial to resolve these issues.
You don't want to talk to an attorney?
Oh,
I'm sorry.
He's 61, he's appearing on behalf of the same plan.
You were slow on the uptake. All right,
That was my concern also when I saw Sandy.
okay. Do you have any dates yet? You want to just track them down later?
Yeah, but are you leaving sooner than later?
Probably sooner, but you can email me and I'm pretty sure we could agree to it.
All right,
It'll
Thank
be
you.
January.
Be in January?
so you'll be notified.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and I'll be here and hold it up.
How about Samantha Wilson? Ms. Wilson, are you going forward today without benefit of a court-appointed attorney? All right, I've got a piece of paper here that says you talked to the prosecutor, tells me you're going to plead guilty to an added charge of fail to display a valid license. If I accept that plea, the prosecutors asked me to dismiss the July 29, 22 drove while license suspended, revoked, or denied. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand your rights and options today?
Yes,
You understand that the possible penalty for this charge is up to $500 fines plus court costs and up to 90 days in jail.
yes, Your Honor.
You understand that if I accept your plea on the new charge, that will go on your record with Secretary of State, and it will probably result in resuspension of your driving privileges.
Yes.
You understand all that?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to this charge, the fail to display,
Yes,
freely and
Your Honor.
voluntarily? Freely and voluntarily?
Yes,
Okay. Did you drive a vehicle on that date in Huron Township?
yes,
And at that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
yes,
I'll accept your plea. What's the status of your license now?
still suspended.
What do you have to do to get it back?
I'm currently going to court dates and paying off my tickets.
Okay. Best case scenario, when will you have a valid license?
I'm hoping sometime at the end of January.
Okay. Worst case scenario, just a little bit more time?
Yeah,
I mean, you're not looking at maybe you'll never get it back. It's just might take longer to get it cleared up.
yes, because of payments.
Okay. Are you working?
Yes,
All right. Where do you work?
I work at McDonald's.
All right. How long you been there?
I've been there about 6 months.
Okay. Anything else you think I should know about your situation?
No,
All right. I see you've already posted a $500 bond, right?
yes, Your
All right,
Honor.
I'm just working it out, so late fees, penalties, all that stuff, we'll just keep your bond and close it out, you're done with us.
Okay,
All right, got all that?
yes,
Well, you're not done with us, you're done on this file. Says
yes,
here you've got a registration plate and a no proof of insurance that you owe money on. You know
Yes.
about those?
yes, I know about
Are you in a
this.
position to set up a payment plan on those?
Yes, that would work.
Can you do that today?
I
Before you
can't make
leave?
a payment.
Not
today.
pay, but just
Yeah.
set it up.
Yes, I can set it up
Okay.
today.
I'm gonna send you downstairs to make that happen.
Okay,
Any questions?
no,
Good luck with your other stuff.
all right, thank you.
You're welcome. Jeffrey Rhodes.
Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Rhodes, Mr. Rhodes, would you please say your full name for the record, sir?
Jeffrey Shane Rhodes.
All right, I got a piece of paper saying adjourn.
Yes, Your Honor. we-
When's our next Huron date or Sumter date? Oh, no, January 11 or February 8.
Your Honor, they had said 30 days, that gives them less than 30 days on January 11th, so I would ask for the February date and I'll let them know, Your Honor.
All
So
right,
February 8th,
correct. Let's call it 8:30.
thank you.
We'll give you a paper notice, Mr. Rhodes.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Right, take
You're
care,
welcome.
Mr. Rhodes.
Some seat back
Hey,
there.
Jamie.
Okay, thank you.
That's the same situation with that one. I don't necessarily
need
Jeff for that.
Okay.
And like this one is a blight. Our violations becomes that time. The date you gave is,
Oh,
so down at the bottom is.
January 22nd.
Yeah, January.
All right.
You're Mr. Abraham, right? Are you
No,
Mr.
Mr. Abraham's
No,
outside.
Mr. Rhodes,
January 22nd is the new date,
January.
not February, because February you don't get to see me again. So we're gonna do it January 22nd to stay consistent. All
Okay,
right, we're gonna still give you a paper notice though. Will you make that change in the ROA?
we need an Abraham in here, is that what we need?
Yeah, but I don't need Jeff. I'm just giving Mr. Abraham a notice.
And who you're real early in the- that she has adopted that day.
That's fine. 8:15 on the 22nd, that'll be on your notice.
And take care of before this?
Generally speaking, if the ordinance department knows about that, they'll just let us know. We don't need to hear you.
Okay, because I have the guys, the ordinance officers.
Stay in contact then.
I'll let them know.
Mr. Abraham, are you all right getting your adjourn date without benefit of Mr. Bowdich's presence?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna give you a date for January 22nd at 8:15.
Okay.
Heather's gonna give you a paper notice. You just have to give us a minute to get it to you. Abraham, Lewis. Okay. We'll get you notice, get you out of here. Good luck.
Okay, thank you very much.
I did watch the YouTube video. What a pleasant gentleman.
And if you watch it, you'll see that he's yelling at someone who told him it was abandoned, that shouldn't have told him it. Happens to be the same officer.
Yeah, it's,
But we want to pay.
we have to be careful who we get our legal advice from.
Exactly.
Have a good one, guys.
Want us to wait outside?
You can wait right there or outside, whatever.
You have a seat right there.
I'm sorry, I apologize. I would have gave you.
Yeah, I'm not, I'm thinking. But it's brought me.
Yeah, he's handing me the file, he told me, I usually would just give you a piece of green. She's full of.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's fine.
All right, I'll see you later.
He's like, hey, that's a person. Cheyenne's not gonna be there, but she said something. What's your name, sir?
My name's Adam Cullen.
Last name?
Cullen.
Cullen? Okay, do it again. I thought you said Cullen.
Cullen.
Cullen, C-U.
L-L-E-N.
I don't have that either.
It's probably a Rob, remember Rob has files.
Oh, that's
You
right.
only
I
have
keep
to-
forgetting. I keep forgetting. One of our prosecutors is keeping his files and it's throwing me off.
All right.
Thank you, Heather.
Oh, that's good then. I didn't look, I just, I've been holding on. Oh, well, thank you. Well, then, let me look in his to-go box because I know. Mhm. Right, yeah, because as soon as I get those, even though I haven't entered them yet, because it takes me longer to enter than it is. Yeah, well, if it wasn't in there, she would have brought it to me, so we can tell them. because the court points come in within a day. So that's why I heard them do court appointments on Monday, Tuesday, and then she gets them by the next day. But it's not always like that, it's a file in the system. Oh, yeah, so I guess cross those off out of the book, too. Otherwise, I'll let you, yeah, I'm gonna go,
All right, I am ready on Mr. Cullen's files. Appearances for Adam Cullen.
Robert Young, Sumter Township, Your Honor.
Your Honor, respectfully, Sam Richard, please, 6186. Appearing on behalf of Mr. Cullen, could you say your name for the record, please?
Adam Cullen.
Thank you. What do we got?
Your Honor, date and time set final pretrial, the complaint was here. Mr. Jadala has requested additional time, and here's the reason. This dog has been rather aggressive. There's a dog bite case that was added. You have all the files in front of you now. So I had told Mr. Jadala I was going to petition the court to put the dog down. He asked me to reconsider that if he could have additional time to work with his client to see if there would be another location outside of the township. So we agreed to adjourn it. But for the record, the restitution in this matter is $275. Mr. Jadala has agreed that the complaint need not appear at the next hearing. That amount has been established.
Yep.
And if we can work it out in terms of preserving or saving the dog based on something that makes sense, then obviously I won't be as difficult with the plea. We'll work out something, but the restitution will be $275.
What kind of dog?
It's a Rottweiler.
What is it?
A Rottweiler.
Rottweiler.
The last one of these we had, I think, was a pit.
Well, I have
And they actually found a pit rescue. Do you remember that one? They found a pit bull rescue to send it to.
no, last one I remember.
Yeah. Well, nobody's happy. Yeah. Okay. So this could be any Sumter docket.
Yes, may I ask, there's been a couple other blight cases that came in, and I know we got those.
We fixed that. Crystal doesn't know, but we fixed it. We put him on, Mr. Rhodes, we put that on the 22nd.
Okay.
I gave him the wrong date. I gave him a February 8th date.
All right.
Yeah.
So on that, Your Honor, whatever the court pleases.
Yeah, so the next time we're doing ordinance cases is January 22nd, but I can bump it out further than that if you don't mind getting another judge, Mr. Jadal.
I don't, Your Honor, and I would need after January 22nd.
Then why don't we give, let's give him the February 8th date. That will be Judge Martin by Zoom, but that gives you more time to find a home for the dog.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so adjourn till February 8th. Let's call it 8:40. Good luck.
Perfect date, Your Honor. I'm Judge Martin's house counsel date.
Good. All right, so this will be a final pretrial.
Correct, Your Honor. And again, we do waive the presence of any victim at that date. We're
Got
not
it.
requiring that time.
Okay, good luck.
What day?
February 8th.
We're gonna get you notice, Mr. Cullen. We'll put it on paper for you.
I see everyone again, Judge.
You all done?
Yes.
If we don't see you before, Merry Christmas.
Right back at you, to you and your family, everyone here.
Stay safe. Good morning, Mr. Day.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Give me a file name.
Patricia Schultz.
Schultz. Start talking while I keep writing the old.
Your
ones.
Honor, my client was driving a ATV on Bemis Road, Willis Road, and she was struck. The ticket was issued. I have talked to the prosecutor, and they have agreed to reduce their charge to double parking.
What's the agreed upon fine amount?
I'm sorry,
Agreed upon fines?
$150.
Okay. And that's the way you want to resolve it today?
Yes,
Okay, can you pay that today, ma'am, or do you need some time?
yes, I can.
Today?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna send you down, deal with the cashier. She'll smile when she takes your money. We'll dismiss the original charge and you're on your way.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, thank you. And you have a Merry Christmas.
You as well.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
I know,
You
we'll be
too.
seeing you again next year, I'm sure.
I hope so. Double park.
All right, let's see what I can round up.
Please do. Hey, where's Vanessa at today? She left early yesterday, I think.
Thinking this is the weekend, her and Charlie were going to Miami.
Oh, okay, so it wasn't, I thought it was back related.
I'm not sure, because
Oh,
now that you're saying that, Actually, Thursday.
I'm a little surprised she's taking any time off for fun stuff.
Yeah.
She don't usually do that. Well, good for him. Good for him. Well, as long as he's making changes. And
Yeah, they're trying.
All big council things.
Yeah. Dog one that I remember, it was with Angela. And it was in the summer, the lady sitting outside with her dog and her kid, and it was like so upsetting. They lived in Van Buren right out of the park. So there was another one, was it the one where the dog was through the window? That wasn't that lady.
You're right, people. Yes. Yes, hang on.
Somebody grabbed it.
welcome back.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's the name?
Right there, buddy, Judge.
Oh, that one?
What's that?
I just found another file that I gotta write down there. All right, so tell me about Mr. Atkinson's file, what we're gonna do while I write in the old file.
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecutor is moving to dismiss the original charges of OWI and speeding in exchange for Mr. Atkinson pleading guilty to operating while visibly impaired.
And sir, have you discussed with your attorney your rights and options?
Yes, sir.
You understand all that?
Yes, sir.
Do you understand the possible penalty for the added charge of impaired driving?
Yes, sir.
Understanding the added charge and the possible penalty for it and your, all your rights and options, are you pleading guilty to that added charge freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, would you do the board here, the facts I need for an incident date of February 10, 23?
Yes, Atkinson, on February 10, 2023, were you operating a vehicle in Sumter Township?
Yes, sir.
And prior to operating the vehicle, is it true that you had some alcohol to drink? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
That was 3 or 4 drinks, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so then you operated your vehicle and the consumption of alcohol had an effect on your driving to the extent that your ability to operate the vehicle was visibly impaired, correct?
Yes, sir.
You were speeding, is that correct? And that's why the officer pulled you over?
Yes, sir.
Was your data master or blood test?
There was a data master.
Were the results of the data
I
master?
believe it was
if you know,
0.11.
More than 0.08?
It was more than 0.08.
Agreed? All right. Are you satisfied with the factual basis, counsel?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so am I. Mr. Atkinson, I've accepted your plea to the added charge, dismissed the original charge. I'm going to send you downstairs now to go to the probation department. They'll call you up to the county. They're going to set 2 dates with you. They're gonna have you, give you the first date to come back and be interviewed by a probation officer, and the second date will be the sentencing, when the three of us will get together again. Based on that interview, the probation officer is gonna put together a report and recommendation for sentencing. We'll all get a look at that report, we'll all talk about that report, and at that time, after we all look at the report, after we talk about whatever we need to talk about, at that point, I'm gonna decide what the terms of sentence should be. Understand?
Yes, sir.
Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
Bond is continued.
Thank you so much, Ron.
You're welcome so much.
Have a good day.
You as well.
And then, so probation, he's going on probation now?
Yeah, and if you go down, you can have some input on the sentencing date.
I have one other hearing, Your Honor.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
Man, you lucked out today.
Yeah.
It's not too often we get scheduled three in the same spot.
You didn't come in yet?
No. That's one thing, anytime I talk to anybody that's telling me how good my mom's doing, I'm like, yeah. Well, before 94, women start to hunch up, you know.
I mean, she's in pain, she's been worse, I mean. 100%. Her mother is.
Yeah, she's doing great.
Yeah, my grandmother, but she.
She hasn't shrunken up.
No, she hasn't shrunken up.
I
I mean,
guess that
I
just
would
means-
think that she shrunk this
Well,
way,
I-
honestly,
hell,
but
I
it's
have.
not really this.
Yeah.
It's just.
And I think that's all the osteoporosis. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like your bones just absorbing into each other.
Yeah. So hopefully my mom's trying to come in for her birthday.
Where's all the pain coming from? She got arthritis?
Yeah, her hip, her back. She's like, it's not I played golf for some reason, because she played golf.
Good for her.
Two down, one to go.
Yeah.
That's what.
So back to
Oh, this one, yeah. Bricks. Mhm. Yeah.
Saturday. I will. That's so.
Yeah. Mhm. Oh. Gotcha. Mhm. No.
That's. He's a big guy.
Wow.
I know some really good people, but that guy,
Wow.
the day after, I mean, that's pretty.
Oh, yeah.
Months later, the
Exactly.
day after, he put it in perspective. His own son. That's the.
So they live next door to each other?
Yeah.
Um,
I tell you, Rick and Ricky were together all the time.
Well, it's like this morning, I'm driving in that bad accident on Sibley, and Scott drives that way every day. So I'm texting Cody and Scott, I'm like, did you guys think?
Isn't that terrible?
Yeah.
It always goes.
Yeah, and so no answer, no answer. So I end up calling and then Scott hangs up and I'm like, oh, so his phone working, so, or did the cop hang up?
Right.
So then I call Cody and it rings like forever. And then finally, he answers, and I'm like, as long as you guys are okay with that, that we're fine, Mom.
Did they even know that, or did they get?
They
They were
they
through
didn't
there before
know,
that.
they report it six.
File name.
About.
DE. I'm looking.
Did he have any cases for something taken off? There was a couple things that he had.
I don't think so.
I am not finding a file that starts with D.
We'll double check this.
DEBONE?
Yes, yes.
Yep.
So tell me what we're doing while we're trying to find a file. Well, first of all, appearances. Let's start with that.
Go ahead.
Caitlin Floyd Carter, I'm the Karen Township Janitor.
Gregory Bulahans on behalf of David DeBoner.
What do we got?
Well, we have a motion that we had filed that was set for today.
Oh, yeah, I actually looked at the pleadings. Yeah, I'm gonna go see. Give me a minute.
After. He doesn't.
Rob Bennett.
Let's take another.
So not only does he need his own, he needs mine too, huh?
Oh, yeah.
That's all.
Well, thank you. All right, file in hand. I'm ready. Your motion.
Yes, Your Honor, this is our motion. In this case, as indicated, based on the police report in the video, we filed this motion to suppress blood test results. Your Honor, Mr. DeBone was found sleeping in his vehicle in a parking lot, a vacant parking lot. And the officers tried to wake him up at the parking lot. And he was, they did an affidavit for search warrant, and obviously with respect to the search warrant, do you mind if I go up to the?
No, that's fine.
It's just easier for me.
Yeah, Heather will pick you up either way.
Thank you so much. So, so they submitted the affidavit in support of the warrant, and the, the only thing that they indicated, I believe, in the warrant was that, he was sitting in the driver's seat. Nobody observed him drive the vehicle. And there was an odor of intoxication from his breath in the interior of the vehicle. And really, no other information was given for the affidavit for the search warrant.
Let me cut you off. Let's assume just for a second, let's just assume that there wasn't enough information in the affidavit.
Yes.
Then that gets us to counsel's, I'll call it backup argument, that the exclusionary rule says the officer was acting in good faith on the search warrant. So what the result you're asking for, which is to exclude the results, isn't appropriate anyhow. Let's talk about that argument.
Yeah, Your Honor, the, our position is that you have to have probable cause, just like you have to have for an arrest, you have to have probable cause for the search warrant. Even if the officer's acting in good faith, there has to be, as the Supreme Court's determined that the getting a blood test is, you have an expectation of privacy regarding your, having your blood drawn from your body.
I understand, but isn't that what the good faith exception is all about? Is, good faith meaning the officer didn't do anything in bad faith. but the officer submits his paperwork, magistrate screws up. Let's just assume that the magistrate that issued the warrants, signed the warrant, screwed up. But the
Yes.
officer is acting in good faith, saying, I did everything procedurally I was supposed to do. I submitted my affidavit. The magistrate signed it. I've got a search warrant. I go to the hospital. I'm acting on that search warrant. Ultimately, if it's found out or it's determined after review that the magistrate did screw up, isn't that what the good faith exception is all about? Is the officer still protected by his good faith? I think it was a he. His good faith actions based on that search warrant? Isn't that what the whole good faith exception is about?
Yeah, I just think in this case, Your Honor, that in order to have the blood test, so there's no timeline in this case that would show when the driver was driving, correct? Because there's no interview. So there's no way you can proceed forward on the case because there is a scenario where the individual could have been, consuming the alcohol in the vacant parking lot. And so you still have to have probable cause to proceed with the case. And there is no timeline to establish when.
And I don't mean to cut you off, it's just the way my head works.
Yeah.
But doesn't all that go to the weight of the evidence?
No,
You can
no.
certainly argue that at trial.
I think
They've got a blood alcohol result that's X. I don't remember what
It's
it
high.
was. But, it's X. Let's just say it's 10, because we know that's overly low. It's 10, but they've got absolutely no evidence to present to the trier of fact about when the alcohol was consumed.
no,
But that
as a
goes to
matter,
the weight.
as a matter of law, they have to have probable cause to arrest him, and they arrested him and took him to the hospital. So in order to do the arrest, you have to have at least probable cause. And so
So you're getting off of your search warrant argument now. You're just talking about probable cause for the arrest.
right.
Go ahead.
So, they have to have probable cause. So there's no timeline established as to when he consumed any of the alcohol. He could have been there for 5 hours. He could have been there for 10 hours. The parking lot's vacant. There's no one else there. There's no field sobriety test. There's no PBT, obviously, because they were unable to do it because of his position. And his vehicle wasn't in a place where, there were other vehicles. There's no other vehicles. There's no other people. So it's a completely vacant parking lot, Your Honor. So you still have to establish as a bare minimum probable cause to arrest. And so if the blood test results are the blood test results, I still think they're suppressible, Your Honor. But even if they're not suppressible, for them to arrest him, they have to show a scintilla, they have to show some probable cause, which is a low level, I understand, the burden of proof, that he was operating while intoxicated. It's a conjunctive. It's not separate.
Right.
So they have to show, and they'll be unable to show based on the report in the video that I viewed, and I think the prosecutor viewed as well. I think they're going to be unable to show that that there's probable cause to arrest. So if there's probable cause to arrest, that there's an issue where the case should be dismissed.
Okay.
Even if the blood test comes in allegedly under the good faith exception, because the officer, I would think, would know that just the odor of intoxication is not enough for him to get a blood draw, because I believe there's even a case law on point, and I don't have it at my disposal at this moment, but I think there's a case that says odor of intoxication alone is not enough for probable cause for the blood warrant or the blood test, nor even if we're observing him driving. And so there's no testimony that's going to come in that's going to say he was driving at this point in time. There's none, from what I gather, based on the police report and based on the video. And it just falls into one of those this is a unique case. This type of case doesn't happen very often.
True.
And so when it happens, you got to kind of look at, usually what happens is in order to save the probable cause, what they do is the officers, which is a good idea, is they get information from the client to establish the timeline so that you have at least a timeline as to when he consumed the alcohol. Here, there's absolutely zero timeline. And, so that's the issue. And there's no reference about anybody, even an anonymous witness, seeing him operate the vehicle.
Right. Okay.
So.
All right.
Thank you.
Prosecutor. You can stay there, come up, doesn't matter. That's fine.
I guess we'll start with probable cause since we're kind of backtracking a little bit. Defense apparently, as often happens, I feel like a broken record, has watched a very different video than I have. There certainly was probable cause for this arrest. Defense is wrong in that People versus Rizzo states there is enough probable cause to arrest an individual based on the odor of intoxicants. In this case, there is that. There's also the individual was parked haphazardly in the parking lot. It wasn't like he was in a spot or something. It was a business that had previously been open, now closed. It was 2 a.m. So I understand his timeline argument, but that's not necessary really. But we also know that he wasn't there during the open of business. It's a golf course in August. I'm sure it was busy. But also, so the vehicle was running, the vehicle was in drive. The officers did have to put the vehicle in park and take the keys out, or well, turn off the vehicle or what have you. So the operating while intoxicated certainly is there for probable cause standard at the very least. Defense seems to minimize how unresponsive the defendant was at the time of the arrest or throughout the entire investigation. For example, the police and fire both attempted to wake defendant up for 20 minutes. They tapped on the windshield, they tapped on the top of the car, they shook the vehicle, they yelled at him, they did all these things to try to wake him up for 20 minutes. Knowing that he wasn't gonna come to, they broke the front window, it was laminated, so they couldn't get through, so they had to break another window. That didn't even wake defendant up. They lifted him out of the vehicle onto a stretcher. He was still unresponsive. They put him into the ambulance. He was still unresponsive. He couldn't answer simple questions like what his name was or what he was doing. It would be ridiculous to expect an individual who is that unresponsive to do anything like being interviewed by police because he was unable to be. He couldn't do field sobrieties. He couldn't take a PBT. He couldn't do any of those things. And that is specifically why a blood search warrant was sought. So the search warrant for blood contains sufficient information for the purpose of determining that there was a fair probability that defendant's blood contained evidence to determine that he had been operating while intoxicated. The affidavit for search warrant completed by Officer Sasai clearly shows at the time the suspect was under arrest that he observed the suspect sitting in the driver's seat of his motor vehicle and that the suspect had an odor of intoxicants coming from his mouth. I understand that the defendant seems to take issue with the fact that the search warrant doesn't contain any of those additional pieces of evidence that I've already discussed, but it does very clearly state that the suspect was not responsive, and that's why they're seeking that search warrant. So those pieces of evidence, like how he did on field sobrieties or whether he admitted to consuming alcohol, isn't in there because he was non-responsive. And even if this court, for whatever reason, were to determine that there wasn't enough probable cause or sufficient information to determine probable cause in the search warrant, like I said, there's a good faith exception to the exclusionary rule, and that is applicable here, and suppression of the 0.367 blood results is not a adequate remedy.
Your turn, Mr. Bahana.
Yeah, Your Honor, obviously the police officers didn't know the results of the blood test, and that's what we're supposed to be looking at, what the officer knew at the time of the arrest. And so he was unresponsive. I think I acknowledge he was unresponsive. He couldn't do the field sobriety test. We're not, I understand that.
I got you.
He was, he was passed out in the vehicle. And so my only point was that usually you need some kind of timeline to establish that the vehicle was, moving. And then he had been under the influence at the time it was, doing that. So that's my point.
Okay.
That's all.
All right, thank you both. I don't get enough fun like this, so I appreciate when I get two attorneys that know what they're doing and can argue things. I think the case law is pretty clear. A running vehicle in drive in a place open to the public is enough probable cause for the arrest. And although I'd certainly like to see more in an affidavit, I think the good faith exception protects the officer that goes forward based on that search warrant. So I'm going to deny the motion. Anything else we can accomplish today?
We can still try to pre-try, Your Honor.
That's fine. That's fine. We got lots of space for you.
That's from my work.
You folks that are in the back there, are you waiting for your attorney to come in?
We have 2 files of
Crystal.
I'm sorry?
They're both for Crystal.
Yeah, those might be, Mr. What's the name?
They're both for Crystal, though. They both say
Yeah, that might
Crystals.
be the same deal, that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm assuming it is.
Yeah.
Meyer? Crosley? Yep. What's your name? Say again?
Austin Brothers.
Brothers? Who's your attorney? I don't have a file for Mr. Brothers. Sumter files are with the prosecutor. Mr. Brothers, what kind of charge you have? Is it a blight problem?
Drug crime.
Drug crime? All right, we can give you a court date anytime then. Yeah, January 11th? That work? January 11th?
Yeah.
Judge Martin's docket?
Yes, Your Honor, I'd said that was a possible date.
Yeah, thank you. How about 10 o'clock? That work? All right. We'll adjourn these files until then. We'll get you a paper notice. If you give it just a minute, we'll hand it to you so you can leave with it.
Heather, could you set mine aside?
Resumed yet.
These are all the cases, so I'm not gonna give you five. Okay, but they'll be on. Thank you.
Have a good day, folks.
Yeah, yeah, I can.
Jeff, oh, you know what? We're supposed to put those on there.
Yes, I know, to the attorney.
Working on it, she gets that one done.
Thank you.
These are just two. Already on there. Did you do the red press this one?
Yeah, we used it.
Okay, not very helpful.
Oh, dismissed.
I admit that's funny.
Yeah, it is.
Silly, but funny. Mr. Bowditch, your appearance for Davis.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Davis. As far as the arraignment, Your Honor, we waive the formal reading and stand mute. We've had a chance to pre-try this case. We have an executed plea agreement subject to court approval in which Mr. Davis would be pleading responsible to double parking with an assessed fine of suggested $400.
All right, Mr. Davis, is that the way you want to resolve this today?
Yes, sir.
You need a payment plan or can you pay that today?
Payment plan.
All right, go on downstairs, front counter, you can set up that payment plan. I'll dismiss both misdemeanor charges that were issued on November 12th.
Okay, thank you.
$400.
Thank you.
Just
You're
go
welcome.
downstairs. If you don't know where to go, one of the officers.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we can do it. Go get some sleep.
This is you kind of, everyone is fighting a fight club you know nothing about because we don't talk about that. Ready?
Yes. And a couple things, I think.
How about Joseph Meyer?
Yes, Your Honor, we are ready. Thank you. Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Meyer. Mr. Meyer, would you please say your full name for the record, sir?
Yes, Joseph Robert Meyer.
Morning.
Morning.
All right, I've got a piece of paper here that says Mr. Meyer is going to plead responsible to an added civil infraction, double parking, and he's agreed to pay fines at cost of $300.
Yes, sir.
And both charges from November 7 would be dismissed. Is that the way you want to resolve this today?
Yes, sir.
All right. Can you pay the $3 today or do you need a payment plan?
I can pay it today.
Go downstairs, cashier will smile when she takes your money and you're on your way.
All right, thank you.
Have a
Take
great
care of
day.
yourself. Merry Christmas to you and your family, okay? Take care. Likewise, sir. Oh, no, you just go downstairs.
Christy Crowsley.
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Crossley, I'm actually standing in for Ms. Crossley's attorney of record, Mr. Daniel Bitar, and that is with your permission. Is that correct, ma'am?
Yes.
Your Honor, I did have the opportunity to speak with her. At this time, she is prepared to plead guilty to operating while visibly impaired.
Thank you. Ma'am, do you understand the possible penalty for that charge?
Yes.
And did you discuss your rights and options either with Mr. Bitar or Ms. Medina or both?
Yes.
Did you understand those rights and options?
Yes.
Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today?
Yes.
Did you drive a vehicle in Sumter Township on September 9, 2023 after consuming alcohol?
Yes.
Did you take a breath test or blood test?
Breath.
Do you know what the number was?
At the time of the incident?
It was 0.082.
All right, satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, so am I. I'll accept your plea, ma'am, to the added charge. I'll dismiss the original charge. I'm gonna send you down to our probation department now, and they're gonna schedule you to come back for a pre-sentence interview. They'll also tell you what the sentencing date is gonna be. Based on the interview, the probation officer is gonna prepare a report and recommendation for sentencing. You'll have a chance to go over that with your attorney on the day of sentencing. I'll look at that, then you, your attorney, myself, will talk about that report. We'll talk about anything else you want to talk about. And at that point, I'm gonna decide what the sentence should be. Understood? Any
Yes.
questions about any of that?
No.
All right, your bond is continued.
Okay,
So
thank you, Your Honor.
downstairs, listen for your name. They'll call you up to the probation counter.
Downstairs, yep.
Yeah. Yeah, there was a bond.
No, that's not me. I'll be right back with Miss Ball.
Yep. Thank you. All right, Mr. Bohannes, I am ready on the bone. All right, you're still on appearance for him. And I've got a piece of paper here that says he's going to plead to operating while intoxicated, and the original charge was dismissed.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, sir, you've gone over your rights and options?
Yes.
Understood those?
Yes, sir.
All right, and you understand the possible, do you understand the possible penalty for the added charge?
Yes, sir.
Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily today?
No contest, Your Honor.
Okay,
And like a
All right.
recollection,
that makes sense. So you understand that when you say no contest, you're literally saying to me, Judge, I'm not fighting that charge. You understand that?
Correct.
If I can find a factual basis, and I think I probably heard one for the motion,
yes,
then at that point, we move forward and we head towards the sentencing. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. Understanding all of that, are you pleading no contest freely and voluntarily today?
Yes, sir.
All right. And would you agree that what we've already got on the record supports the plea?
it does.
All right. I will accept the plea to the added charge. I'll dismiss the original charge. I think you were in here when I explained how this works down at probation. Did you hear that?
Yeah, right.
I've explained it to him, Your
Okay.
Honor.
All right. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismiss the original charge, continue bond, and send you downstairs.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
Is it Tia Boone? Ty, I had a 50-50 chance with a Y. Come on up, Miss Boone. Miss Boone, are you going forward today without an attorney? All right. You've talked to the prosecutor, though.
Yeah.
The prosecutor put a piece of paper in the file that says you're going to plead guilty to an added charge of an allow unlicensed driver to operate a vehicle on November 14, 2022. If I accept that plea, the prosecutor has asked me to dismiss the original charge against you. Is that the way you want to resolve this today?
Yes,
Do you understand your rights and options?
yes,
You understand the possible penalty for the allow unlicensed driver to operate?
yes,
In understanding all of these things, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily today?
am I doing what?
Are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily? You're doing what you want to, not what somebody's making you do,
Oh,
right?
right.
Okay. I mean, nobody's threatened you.
No.
Right, okay. November 14, 2022, did you drive a vehicle in Huron Township?
Yes,
And at that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
yes,
All right, I'll accept your plea to the added charge, dismiss the original charge. Are you working?
yes.
Where do you work and how long have you been there?
I work at Riverview Gate Terrence.
Okay.
And I just graduated nursing school, so that's why I couldn't.
Oh,
pay.
good.
I graduated
Congratulations.
yesterday. Thank you.
Congratulations, you got a new job, full-time or part-time?
Huh?
Full-time or part-time job?
Part-time.
All right, how many hours?
I work 25. That's because I was in school.
Okay.
But
Will that become a full-time job?
yeah.
Good luck. All right, and what's the status of your license? Are you still suspended?
I'm getting it work done now.
What do you have to do to get it back?
I have to pay some fees because I do have a warrant in Dearborn Heights.
Dearborn Heights? So you owe Dearborn Heights money, anybody else?
Dearborn Heights, Lincoln Park.
You owe us a little money on a speeding ticket. We'll talk about that in a minute. So Dearborn Heights, what else?
Dearborn Heights, Lincoln Park,
Okay,
and I think she said that was it.
all right, how soon do you think you can get your license reinstated?
Probably in the next 2 months.
So by March,
Yes,
sure.
I'm positive.
All right. All right, anything else you want me to consider before I sentence you?
No,
All right, so I'm gonna give you your first Christmas, have you gotten a Christmas party yet?
no, not
Right,
yet.
this is gonna be your first Christmas party. Your fines and costs on this file are $500,
Mhm.
or show me a valid driver's license. So if you can get your license straight by the
Mhm.
1st of March, I'll take that instead of your $500.
Okay,
So I'm gonna pay you $500 to get your license straight. Merry Christmas.
thank you.
Any questions how that works?
Mhm.
No? All right, so by March 1st, we gotta see you in here either with money or you can set up a payment plan.
Okay,
Or show us your license.
all right, I'm already still paying on the other ticket I had here as well.
That's a speeding ticket?
Yes,
Yeah, that starts, looks like you're due on January 8th.
yep,
That's a
already,
different deal.
yep, I already paid for it this
All right,
month.
so you're paying on that one.
Yeah.
This file, get your license straight. Now,
Okay.
now listen, if you're almost there, but you don't quite have it,
Mhm.
don't go borrow $500 and come in just because it's the end of February. Come in and talk to me.
Okay,
All right? You're all set.
thank you.
Enjoy your day. You're welcome. Are we waiting for an attorney for you?
No, they're waiting for
All right.
and
What are you waiting for, ma'am?
she just told me to come in here. My name is Hadashabal.
She being Crystal Medina, the attorney?
Yeah, what's your name, Hadashabal? Yeah. Oh, thank you.
You got it.
And I think this one.
We're waiting for her then.
Here for these two, Judge. She's here ready for those two.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Let's talk about the Hadassah Ball file.
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Ms. Ball. Ms. Ball, would you please say your full name for the record, ma'am?
Hadasha available.
All right, Ms. Ball, I understand that you are going to plead responsible to an added charge of double parking, correct?
Correct,
And you've agreed to pay fines and costs of $400. That also correct?
correct.
All right, I will accept your plea to that charge. I'll dismiss both the original charges from November 5, 2023. I'll assess that amount, fines and costs $400, and send you downstairs to either pay or make arrangements to pay.
Okay, thank
Understood?
you.
Actually, you know what? Hold on a minute. It looks like you have a payment plan on some other stuff?
Yeah,
Okay, all right. Did you make a payment the first of this month?
I'm going down to make it today.
Okay, all right. All right, so you put it all together so you get one payment plan.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Yep, you're all good.
Craddock.
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Craddock, we are seeking an adjournment in this matter, Your Honor. Would you please say your full name for the record, sir?
Aaron James Leon Craddock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. How much time you need?
Your Honor, I would say if we can have a date in February, early February, that would be great.
How about the 8th?
Perfect, February 8th.
And let's call it, that's Judge Martin by Zoom. Let's call it 9 a.m.
Judge Martin, Zoom, 9 a.m. And they're gonna be giving you a notice now.
Craddock, just have a seat. We'll get you.
Thank
paper
you, Your
notice.
Honor. I appreciate you.
Good luck
Thank
with
you
your
very
license.
much.
You're welcome.
Take care, Mr. Craddock.
So, thank you.
Take a seat, they'll give you a notice. We're gonna.
It's adjournment, right?
Yeah, does she, we're good? Okay, perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Okay, perfect. You have my number, right? So you can just give me a call. You're gonna be sending me this cover, okay? Okay.
This.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, my.
What's your last name, sir? With the great hoodie?
Oh, yeah, he's just waiting for his notice.
Thank you.
She didn't say she was just staying on.
On Craddock? I don't think she did. Marks? Come on up. Mr. Marks, are you going forward today without an attorney?
Yes, sir.
All right, the prosecutor has asked me to dismiss the original misdemeanor charge if you plead responsible to double parking.
Yes, sir.
You've agreed to pay $350 fines and costs?
Yes, sir.
All right, and we've already got 150, so that makes it a little easier. All right, I'll accept your plea to the added charge, dismiss the original charge. And it looks like you've got a payment plan on another file too.
Yep.
Something on an old file.
I plan on paying both of them tomorrow.
All right. All right, you're all set. Go downstairs and make arrangements.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll just take it out of that money.
Whatever possibility. This occurred at some point. The last.
What were you doing? Can I get some information on who's showed and who hasn't?
Sure. No problem.
All right, Mr. Squires, good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
You are going forward today without benefit of an attorney, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right, you've met with the prosecutor. The prosecutor tells me you've agreed to pay. The problem is, hey, Jamie,
Yes, sir.
let Rob just doesn't remember this. I can't do $100. The
Okay.
minimum is 145. I can do 0 or I can do 145 and up, but if I charge any money, there's certain fees I've got to charge.
So 0 or 145 and up. Thank you.
Right, right.
Can you ask him if he'll do 0, please?
So I'll send you back and you can talk to him.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's fine. Jenkins?
Yes, Your Honor.
Go ahead.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Jenkins. Sir, could you tell the judge your name for the record, please?
Jerry Lane Jenkins II, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir.
Your Honor, today's the date and time set for a pretrial in this matter. We've had a chance to talk to the prosecutor. We've had a chance to talk to Mr. Jenkins. We have an executed plea agreement subject to court approval. In that agreement, Mr. Jenkins will be pleading guilty to an added count of cooperating voluntary with the understanding the original charges would be dismissed.
Thank you.
I've explained to Mr. Jenkins he does have a right to keep not guilty. All the rights that are associated with the trial process and signed his advice of rights. I believe he's ready to proceed in the knowing and voluntary manner.
Thank you.
I'm
All
also
right.
accompanied today by my co-counsel, Mr. Harris.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
All right, so, Mr. Jenkins, you've discussed your rights and options. You understand those?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand the possible penalty for the added charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty to the added charge freely and voluntarily today?
Yes.
Mr. Bowditch, incident date was October 7, 23, if you would get me the facts I need.
On October 27th, Mr. Jenkins, were you driving a vehicle?
Yes.
Were you in Huron Township when you were driving that vehicle?
Yes.
Had you had something to drink?
Yes, sir.
What had you consumed?
I consumed a pint of rum.
Do you believe because of the consumption of that alcohol, your ability to drive a vehicle was impaired?
Yes.
Do you have any reason to question why the officer stopped you?
No,
Did you take a breath test, sir?
I did.
Do you know the results of that test?
It was 2.1, I believe.
0.23, would that be accurate?
0.23.
All right. Would you have any reason to doubt or question that test?
No, sir.
Your Honor, defense satisfied.
So am I. I'll accept your plea to the added charge, dismiss all three of the original charges. I'll continue your bond. I'm going to send you downstairs. You're going to be called up to the probation counter and they're going to schedule you for 2 days. One will be to come back for an interview with a probation officer. The other will be a sentencing date.
Okay.
Based on that interview, the probation officer is going to prepare a report and a recommended sentencing. You'll see that report. You'll go over with Mr. Bowditch or whoever happens to be here that day for court appointed counsel. I'll look at it, then you, your attorney, myself, will all have a chance to discuss that and I'll decide what the sentence is going to be.
Okay.
Any questions?
No, sir.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, Mr. Squires, the deal went from 1 to 150. That's still a good deal for you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then I'll dismiss the original charges. I'm gonna send you downstairs to either pay it or make arrangements to pay it. Any questions?
Merry Christmas. Appreciate you.
You're welcome. Enjoy your day.
You too.
I did the, he certainly has that. I did it on the B file. Team Jones? Good morning, Ms. Jones. I've got a file here that says you made a deal with the prosecutor. You're going forward today without an attorney, correct?
Correct.
All right, let's get your file. Well, here's the Jones file, but it's not you. All right, there we go. All right, so what are you gonna do? Okay, so she wants me to dismiss both charges, right? Looks like things are on the upswing. Good, good for you. Good for you. All right, well, job well done.
Thank you.
Enjoy your day.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome, ma'am. Happy holidays.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Enjoy it while we can.
She's gonna get a couple more. Yeah.
Did he bring me any stuff about my no-shows?
About no shows, no, that's my fault,
Okay.
that's not Ken's. Which we get into.
Thank
Right,
you.
list. IKEA, I screwed that up.
If Crystal starts writing in smaller, I'm gonna have to get him like. Go about it.
Glad I wear glasses because I'd never be able to read them. This defendant was arraigned on Tuesday by Judge Martin here, Mr. Zoller.
Yeah, yeah.
And then we received that fax this morning. And he wants to leave out of town, he has his hand.
Highlighted or here, not highlighted or not. All right, thank you. Oh, but these aren't by time either. What was the latest thing we had scheduled today? Well, pre-trial, I should say. All right,
and
so,
then, formal hearings.
yeah, yeah. So anybody that's not here yet is already in the default file. Me too. No twiddling thumbs for us today. How is it that these two dockets, both alphabetized, aren't lining up?
Because Maria's might be older than the one that I printed, which would be newer without.
Okay, so there's a name or two missing or something.
Yeah. And then don't forget you're gonna check it online because I have adjournment.
Have you pulled those files?
Yeah.
All right, so if I don't have the file for it, then I'll know that's not proper bench warrant stack. Yep. Tammy Callis, come on up, ma'am. Ma'am, are you going forward today without benefit of an attorney?
Yes.
All right. You've met with the prosecutor from Huron Township. It says here that you've agreed to pay fines at cost of $150. And both the charges from November 19 will be dismissed if I take a plea to double parking. Is that your agreement and understanding?
Yeah, I mean, like I told them, I didn't even realize that they were expired. And then that very next morning I had them replaced.
Good.
I thought I had another year. I'm sorry.
Can you pay the 150 today or do you need time?
I need time. I just lost my job like about a week, 2 weeks ago.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Two things for you. Go downstairs, make arrangements for a payment plan.
Okay.
And then go over like that end of our front counter and ask to speak to Mr. Taylor. He's our community resource officer and he gets, people send him job postings. So tell him, I'm looking for work. Oakley said you might have some lines for some options.
Okay, so after I made the
Set up your payment plan.
Okay.
And then, or if you got to stand in line, go over and see him first.
Okay.
Payment, two things before you walk out, payment plan and see what he's got for job opportunities.
Okay, and he
All right?
said he's to the
Mr.
right of the-
Taylor, Mr. Taylor, the hallway farthest that way.
Okay, awesome. Thank you
All
very
right,
much.
good luck.
Thank you.
Hell of a time to lose a job.
Yeah, I know, trust me. And it wasn't even my fault.
Well, maybe you get a Christmas miracle and get a better one for Christmas.
Well, thank you very much. You have a great day and enjoy your holidays.
You as well. Come on up.
Thank you.
People versus Jordan Smith.
Crystal Marie Medina, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Smith. Mr. Smith, would you please state your full name for the record, sir?
George Nicholas Smith.
Thank you. Sir, do you understand your rights and options today? You understand the possible penalty for the charge of allow unlicensed driver to operate?
Yes.
Understanding all of that, are you pleading guilty to that charge freely and voluntarily today?
Are you accepting the offer that we discussed, that they're
Yes,
dismissing
yes.
the driving while license?
She's not making you take this deal, right? I mean, you're doing this because you think it's the best deal for you.
Yes.
Okay. On October 27, 2020, did you drive a vehicle in Huron Township while your license was suspended, revoked, or denied?
I don't quite remember the date, but
Well, let me see if I can help you. According to the ticket that was issued, you were driving a 2012 red Chevy. This was at Pennsylvania near Wayne Road, and it was about 4:50 in the morning. Is that ringing bells?
so that would have been, yeah, that would have been on my way to work. I think I remember now.
Okay.
The officer had my parents come get the car.
Okay,
Yes.
and at that time, your license was suspended?
Yes.
Okay, I appreciate it. I'll accept your plea. What's the status of your license now?
He does have a valid license now, Your
Does?
Honor. Yep, and he's been
Beautiful.
working at Toledo Assembly Complex
Beautiful.
for 11 years.
Beautiful.
He maintains stable residence in Romulus with his mother, Your Honor.
Where do you work?
I work in Toledo.
Who do you work for?
Jeep.
Jeep? How long you been there?
Will be 12 years.
Oh,
come
long time.
March.
Good for you. All right. All right, so before we get to this file, it looks like you owe us money on another ticket, probably. Yeah, there was a civil infraction issued the same time as this, and impeding traffic. That's got 330 on it. So that's got to get paid. Today's file, the total is $645. So let's do the math for you. 645 on today's file. $330 on the other one. So I'm showing a total of $975. We've already got 500. So you need to settle a payment plan for $475 to get clear. Got all that?
Okay, because they're applying the bond, so it's 475, okay? All right.
Yeah, I understand 500 applies.
Oh,
Any questions about how that works?
No.
You're gonna go downstairs and make sure you set up a payment plan, okay?
There
Thank
you
you very
go.
much, Your Honor. Appreciate it. I'll be back with another
Thank
one
you.
shortly.
Thank you.
I think things are pretty okay here in the hallway.
Yeah, it's moving.
Thank you.
Security.
Can you get the files from Rob that were set for 9 o'clock that haven't showed up yet?
Thank you, sir.
Thanks. Okay, so I've got James Bronoff showing as a no-show, but I got no files.
James Brown. Yeah, I heard of him.
We already did it?
Yeah.
Huh. How about Burley? James Burley,
Nope, those are Sumter though.
Sumter, all right. Yeah, so is this, yeah, a bunch of them are.
There's 2 no-shows. And 1 dismissal. Do we have one? Sorry about
Okay,
that.
that's all right.
And
All right, so I need Burley file, Corona file.
What's the
Here,
other one?
here. Corona,
Oh, okay.
Caruana,
C-U-R.
C-A-R-U-A-N.
and then Dominique Charles. Oh, I got that one. I'm sorry.
Charles Novus.
Charles, I got it. Yeah.
Did we do anything with the bonus, B-O-N-A-S?
Who's not on there?
That's why. Michael Dillard. I don't have a file for a Dillard. That's a Sumter. So I need the Dillard file. These are Sumter files that I'm looking for.
Okay.
Dillard, Doss, Drummonds, Dukes, Farhat, Gandy, Grinstead, Hall, Howard, Johnson, Ty Johnson and James Johnson both. I want to pronounce it Treij. It's J-R-E-I-J.
Yeah, but pre-hearing and that one's done.
Okay. Jeffrey Judge Sumter.
Judge?
Yep. Laboud, Lizette, Lewis, Lilly, Luther, Mallory, all Sumters.
Mallory, adjourn.
Thank you. Metzger. No, N-O-E. Payne. And then Jordan Smith, Philip Smith.
No, we did Jordan Smith.
All right. So we're looking for Philip Smith, David Sneed. Destiny Taylor. Hey, am I talking to myself here?
No.
I'm not done giving you, I'm still reading off.
I know what I'm eating.
I'm gonna bring him in right now.
All right, just bring it in. Who you got?
Your Honor, I have Mr. Valana, Dakota Valana, Maverick.
I'm sorry, what's the name?
Valana, V-A-L-A-N-A.
Got it.
Signature.
I don't have a plea agreement if I'm looking for one.
He's just executing the martial rights.
That's all right.
Jacobs for an adjournment. You pull it out.
Yep. All right, tell me what we're doing on Mr. Brown.
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Valana. Your Honor, today's date and time is set for the pre-trial in this matter. We have an executed plea agreement in which Mr. Valana is going to be pleading guilty to no operator's license on person,
Okay.
with the understanding the two original matters would be dismissed.
Good. All right, Mr. Guarano, do you understand your rights and options?
Yes, Your Honor. Oh, sorry.
That's all right. Did you,
Sounds like me.
did you also discuss the possible penalty for today's charge?
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Understanding all of this, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily to the added charge today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you drive a vehicle on July 16, 2023 in Huron Township?
Yes, Your Honor.
And at that time, was your license suspended, revoked, or denied?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Bowditch, you satisfied?
Satisfied, Your Honor.
Court satisfied. I will dismiss both the original charges issued to you on July 16, 2023.
Thank you, Your Honor.
What's the status of your license now, sir?
Your Honor, he has a little, he's dealt with Taylor, he's dealt with Westland, he's dealt with Inkster. I think he has one more stop on the way.
All right, getting close.
Yep.
All right. Are you working, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Where do you work? Who do you work for?
Detroit Motor City Home Improvement.
Full time?
Yeah.
How long you been with them?
What'd you say?
How long you been with them?
About 2 years.
Good, good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else you want me to know, sir, before I sentence you on this file?
No, Your Honor.
All right. So on today's file, your total fines and costs $600. It looks like you owe us money on some other files. A fail to yield. Looks like a Belleville ticket failed to yield. And then, oh no, hold on a minute. Yeah, this speeding is dismissed. All right, so you owe us money, $240 on that failed to yield. So can you set up a payment plan on today's file and that one?
Yes, yes, Your Honor.
All right. All right, any questions, Mr. Verano?
No, Your Honor.
Go downstairs. First floor, they'll handle setting you up on a pay.
All right, thank you.
Just tell somebody want to talk.
Hamilton? Good morning, Mr. Hamilton. Mr. Hamilton, are you going forward today without benefit of an attorney?
Yes,
All right, but you made a deal with Sumter Township on your own, correct?
I did.
You're gonna plead responsible to a double parking civil infraction, and you've agreed to pay fines at cost of $150, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you pay that today, or do you need payments?
I need to pay payments. I'm still.
No
paying
problem.
another
No
one.
problem. Yeah, it looks like you're already on a payment plan with us on another file.
Yes.
So roll that 150 into that payment plan, just keep going. All
Okay.
right, misdemeanor on this charge is dismissed. Any questions?
No, Your Honor.
You're all set. Go down and see the collections people and roll that in.
His counsel's not Mr. Young.
All right. All right, on the hard matter. Mr. Barker, okay?
He was in the court, he's supposed to, I tried calling him. He was
Okay.
not answering,
All right.
so he's on his way.
Yeah, this is not like him. This is unusual for Mr. Barker.
I'm not suggesting otherwise, but we're at the end of the docket here. I got one
Yeah.
file left and I've got the complaints out of the final pretrial. If we have to reschedule, I'd like to not require them to come back a second time.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Is there a restitution claim? Do you know?
There is.
Well, why don't we just put it on the record?
Well, it's complicated and it's quite a bit. You still want to hear
Okay.
from them?
I don't want to have the victim come back if I can avoid it.
Let me ask them, okay?
Well, let me just ask this. What's the dollar amount?
It's around $1,500.
More than that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, then we'll probably have to have a full-blown restitution hearing anyhow.
You mind coming back then?
I guess I'll have to.
Well, I'm not gonna make her come back for
Can I do it by Zoom?
no, not if I'm taking testimony like that. But here's what we'll do. Instead of having you come back for the pretrial, when we may or may not need you, we'll just schedule this case. Ultimately, we'll schedule it for a sentencing when I know we've already done whatever deal is gonna be done. So that day I know I'm gonna need to hear what you've got to say so I can make a determination on that. All right, so at least that way, hopefully we only make one more trip. All right, so I got no problem if you want to stick around and wait for Mr. Barker, or I'll just give you a new date.
Take me your date, because I haven't.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
He texted and said something that he wouldn't be here until around 11, because he's at another court.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna work.
Yeah, he didn't let you guys know. That's what kind of made me mad.
So January 22nd. All right, you want, that's the ordinance document. You only gave me one time slot though. You want to do them all at 8:15 for, no, this is Rob, so we can do that later.
Yeah, we can do that one at 9.
9? Okay.
It depends on him. He's
Well,
always-
not really.
He's always late.
I mean, if he wanted some input on the date, he had to be here.
He's always late. He was late the
He-
last time.
He knows how to find us. So if there's a conflict, we'll fix it.
Right.
But just wait, we're gonna give you a written notice for the
From her?
22nd at 9.
From her?
Yeah,
What was the date on that one again?
January 22nd at 9 a.m. And once again, folks, we don't need you that day. Mr. Young will remember that we've got a restitution claim and we'll have conversation about it that day. Heather, I just caught you.
What?
On the note you gave me for that date, you gave me as a possible adjournment date, January
Yeah.
22nd, 23.
And you know, I
Are we
have.
getting to know this, sir? Just have a seat, I think.
Yeah. You're waiting for notice, waiting for an attorney?
Adjournment, I think.
Okay.
Jacob.
And what happened to, I thought I was gonna get Sumter's files.
I did, right there in the box, sir.
Oh,
Next.
that's it?
No, right there.
Oh, that, okay.
Thank you. I think I gave you the Jacobs paperwork, Judge.
I think I already gave that to
Heather?
Heather, I think.
It's probably, yeah.
You're fine. I was just waiting patiently.
We appreciate that, thank you.
Man, Rob didn't have a very good show up today.
So next time he's here to.
Yeah, especially if we're setting them all, the last one's at 9 o'clock, then we can, it's easy. Man, he had a really bad. Well, we really never discussed it, but it might as well. Because it's all, you know what, they're almost always the same kind of stuff, right? Like, adjourn it so they can find a new home for it. Or
Oh, this is the first one. This can go.
what do we do with Antonio Wilson?
Nothing. We did something with Samantha Wilson, nothing.
So Antonio didn't show it. Okay. Thanks, man. Name?
Last name, sir?
Foreman.
Because I can't read this.
Foreman.
That's a problem.
Is that your honor?
It is something.
Then he probably got filed.
Oh, he has the file. I had him sign it. Yep, I signed it and then I took it with the client. Thank you, Your Honor. Good point.
So, Mr. Foreman, you've agreed to plead responsible to double parking, pay $300, and the original charges go away, dismissed, right? Love that shirt.
It is, it's trendy.
Amazon, I got a black and gold one, a white show.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you.
Can you pay the three today or do you need a payment plan?
Payment plan.
All right, go downstairs, get in line, set up your payment plan. I'll make these go away as soon as I get the file.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you,
welcome,
Your Honor.
sir.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna check in the hallway, Your Honor, but I think we're.
Well, you know what? I've got these people, or I've got
Go ahead
files.
downstairs, sir.
See,
So I don't have a
I've
card.
got files that I don't know. I don't have them marked as no shows, and I don't know what we did with them. Ataji English Gross.
No, because if you had,
All right, Brian Jones. Matthew Lewis, Aurelia P. What a unfortunate, that's an unfortunate. What? Hey, Mr. Foreman, you got some other stuff you owe us money on from 2022. Can you set them all up on one payment plan?
Yes.
All right, thank you. So can you see if we got bodies out there for these files? Because from your list, they weren't a fail to appear.
Some people were very upset up there. I'll find out.
Okay,
So that was 300, correct?
yeah.
And you would have 8.
249A, 249A, is that the one you want to do it on?
582A.
5. We'll find that one. Yep, okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, he did. Y'all done? Is that, I've got a file here for Dynasty, is that there, Dynamic, that's one of them? What's your other one? I'm sorry?
Rodman and.
Oh, okay, I'll find that one.
Orange files.
Yep.
Any update?
Excuse me, Caitlin. What was the other one, Broman? I'm not finding that one. Say that again?
This was inside of a file, Judge. And this was the one that you did apply on and close. Because it was. He had a,
Oh, okay, yeah, the misdemeanor was dismissed.
yeah, on Rob's case. So that one.
Yeah.
Caitlin.
Very comfortable. But I put him on this name for the first time and I'm in so much pain.
Well, you should know better than put him on for the first time.
So much pain.
Hey, Batar left here yesterday in a hurry because he had to go to the emergency room for something.
Yes, I still haven't heard from his wife stayed overnight at the hospital.
I didn't know if it was one of the kids or what.
No, it was his wife.
So out of the 4, one was out there, these must have left.
Okay, good. And you left the file out there for the one that's here?
I did, I gave it to, and that's the only problem we have with him taking the file like that.
Right, there's a little shuffling.
Yeah, I mean, I think the reason he takes it is he doesn't come look at it.
Right,
Could be wrong.
right. No, I think you're right.
So, yeah.
So excuse me, is Foreman the file that he?
Mr. Bowditch has that file, I think. Would you like me to find that file?
Well, I guess I don't need it before I got Bowditch.
Because he's in there talking, I think he said that's the name he had.
As long as he's got the
He said now
file.
it sounds like it's gonna be in a German, so I can form it or whatever.
So he's home with the kids this morning, but yes, it's his wife actually that we went out on Saturday, so he said it's my fault. And I put him in the hospital.
I hope it's all right.
No, yes, hopefully she'll be okay. He was waiting to get back on test. I spoke to him this morning. He sent me this picture. He said, even the elf is having a hard time. He hasn't eaten 2 days.
Hey, have you seen Snoop on a stoop?
No, I haven't.
Right, yeah, now.
I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, it's still there.
But yeah, I was gonna call him on my way out of here now just to check, because, you know, him and I are kind of BFFs, as dysfunctional as that relationship may be.
I was, I gotta find it now. Yeah. So I was at Susan and I went out with a couple, Tom used to work for us. He retired from the airport as the chief. He worked here for a while and retired. So he's 77 years old. We go out to dinner, we go to their house and I'm like, Fireplace man on light.
Is that Snoop Dogg?
And Barb says, that's my Snoop on a stoop. I got a grandson that because I'm trying to make a short story. Her and the grandson were somewhere and they saw a guy that looked just like Snoop. So the grandson blew it in his mind. The guy says, come on, get a picture with me. Everybody says the same thing, you know? So now Snoop is like the thing between her and the one grandson.
I like your tie too. It's
Thank you.
peanuts. Everything
Thank
in my
you.
house is the Grinch, peanuts, and Charlie.
Oh, Cheyenne bought, Susie's got a thing for cookie jar. Cheyenne, I don't know where she found it, but Cheyenne got the greatest cookie jar. But she does most of my Christmas shop, thankfully. It's this big. It's the Grinch's, just the Grinch's head with the Santa hat. You know,
Oh, so that's the.
But it's, yeah,
Wow.
it's pretty cool.
Oh my God, Daniel's saying she has to stay there.
What happened?
For what? What's going on?
They're giving her a stress test because her family has a history of heart issues, so they won't let her be released until she passes this. Oh, not next week. It should be done in a couple hours. I was like, damn, you can't give her a stress test today.
Yeah, they're not too worried.
Yeah. Yes, since yesterday.
Okay,
Yeah.
but this is what I always think when I hear these stories, like, well, being in the hospital looking for a stress test would cause
Causing
stress.
stress. Yeah, I know it's crazy. Well, so thank God, hopefully she'll pass her stress
Yeah.
test and she'll be home. Yeah, hopefully that'll be the case because I told Daniel, next time she wants a break from you, you know, she could just call me. She doesn't need to go to
Do a
these
spa
lengths.
day.
She really doesn't need to go to these lengths. Look, this is them, they're so cute. This is them on Saturday. Look at how beautiful they look. They look so cute. It's gonna be for kids. It's really
Where'd you go?
this was the evening bar at the Shinola Hotel.
The evening bar? They got a daytime bar too?
Daniel made reservations. That was my birthday celebration. My birthday was in October, but we're so busy.
Yeah,
and they have the kids.
you do it
so
when you can.
Our outing was in December for my birthday in October.
Nice.
All right, guys. Well, I think my job is done here today.
Oh, here's some of your notices.
Oh, thank you. I will take them all.
Just so you know, the February 8th day for the Sumter Blight was the wrong day.
We only gave you one of those though.
Okay.
Are those ones yours as well?
No, these are mine.
Oh.
Hey,
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
is the basket yours? I'll send the FTAs down this.
It was so nice seeing both of you. Okay, you have a great rest of the week.
You
If
too.
I don't see you again, Merry Christmas,
Same to
everyone.
you, Crystal. What time were the formal hearings at?
11:15, 11:30.
Okay.
And here comes one more.
File.
Dynamic.
Appearances for dynamic transportation.
Attorney Eric Capel, P51332.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Caitlin Floyd, Carter Freetown Township.
You're both still standing, so we got a plea.
It might be quick.
Okay.
My drivers are in Monroe.
Okay.
I don't know why they went to the Monroe court. You know, we tell them to go where they go.
Right, right.
I apologize, but.
I don't have any problem adjourning it unless she's gonna fight me on it.
Okay.
When's your next
I'll
date?
just have to figure it out when the officers, I'll go
Yep.
grab them.
And the officers did come and I'm sorry, Your Honor. but we grab my calendar too. if I might.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, Heather will get you set up on the next date.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry.
Hey, Crystal, I'm gonna rush to get out of here, so if anybody comes in and wants to talk, that was yesterday. I hope she understood what I was telling her. Yeah, I might be around a little bit. Although it's supposed to be over 50 tomorrow.
Supposed to be a pretty nice high 40s, 50 weekend. And that rain got to the Monday.
Yeah, I am way behind on my firewood.
Monday, we just have Justin Phillips at 8:30. I did tell him he needed to be prompt because, someone needs to leave
Yep.
for other matters.
Yeah, good. And you know, when you do that, it's like, all right, is that gonna early or is that gonna hurt?
For your list, sir, to be adjourned.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh. We don't have Mr. Bowditch. File.
Still dynamic. Still dynamic.
Oh, it's still dynamic. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you just need a date. Heather's gonna take care of that.
December 28th.
Sorry, guys, we're gonna adjourn it.
20.
December 28th or
What I was after the 27th.
no, I got it the 28th.
Oh, am I making it
It's
up?
a Thursday, the 28th.
Mr. Hughes, how much time you need? January 22nd enough?
Yeah, that's not good.
All right, we're gonna get you a paper notice.
Did you do February anytime?
Let's wait for that one. Let me wait and ask your attorney.
Say, I'm sorry?
December 28th.
What is that, like a Thursday?
We have a formal at 10:45, 11. Can we do another
Yeah,
one at
sure.
11:15?
Sure.
Is that good, 11:15 guys?
It is.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yeah, no problem.
Again, my apologies.
No problem.
Sorry.
You guys want notice or no?
What notice?
I put it in my calendar.
Yeah. You bring one?
I'll bring them up to you, Council.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll have yours momentarily. Yes, sir?
Okay. Reason I said February, because I drive over the road, I'm out.
It's no problem. I just want to make sure it's all right with your attorney that we end up putting it on another docket.
Is it like?
No, it's a dog case.
I'm wondering if that's Zoom or, I don't know.
Well, it depends on what day it is, because if it's a February date, it's going to be Zoom. Actually,
Yes, sir.
just go ask Jeff if he has any objection to that one being February 8th with Judge Martin by Zoom.
February 8th, Judge Martin?
Yeah, if he's okay with that, then we'll get this gentleman out of here.
Can I hand you this, Judge?
Yeah, no, that's fine.
This is,
Oh, yeah. He says that date is just fine, Mr. Bowditch, on Tuesday.
The 11:30 is on requesting.
We can't get an interpreter now.
Yeah, he's done everything else.
Yeah, we can't get into, he's expected to be here at 11:30.
Good date, February 9th. Taking care of me right now. Hey, Mr. You might have, let me check. Should you have a file and bird up there?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
that's what you need.
Rob brought it in. Is there an attorney on that?
Yes, we're gonna bring them volunteer, they're gonna. Okay, this is their first, and then we're- He's Judge Oakley, and right up. When you said.
It's not on the docket, it got adjourned to like the
Oh.
January 22nd date.
Oh, that's fine, yes, we can have that.
Yeah, so that guy had a pre-hearing, he had an informal hearing, and now he's showing, he's calling,
And he's been here multiple times talking to people, he's had to pay money, he's had to do, there's all kinds of notes.
and now he
not
wants an
once
interpreter.
says anything about translator. Here.
Well, I see. Yeah, right. Because that's a nightmare that I don't want.
Just keep moving. Or to an adjournment. The other guy will do a bench. Huh? Okay. It's fine. I don't know.
Yeah, give me a name.
I have Mr. Terrence Bird that is an adjournment,
All right,
and then I have,
Mr. Bird, come on up.
one to be set for bench.
On Mr. Bird's file, how about February 8th,
Yeah, that's fine.
9 AM? All right. No, that's the adjournment, adjourned pre-trial. We'll get you a notice in just a minute, sir. If you want to have a seat, we'll get it to you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
And Brian Jones.
Ready, Your Honor. Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Jones. Your Honor, today's date and time set for pretrial in this matter. Met with prosecution, met with Mr. Jones. We are requesting a bench trial.
Oh, let's see, 22nd then, Heather?
This month or next month?
Is this with Robert Caitlin?
Is with something.
Rob,
Then maybe 10 things?
on the 22nd?
Yeah, because it's such
Yeah.
it's a very small document.
Yeah. How about 10 o'clock on January 22nd?
Is it good?
That's cool. That works.
All right, bond is continued. We'll get you a notice before you leave too.
Okay, well, can you put that in writing that I had to be back on the
Yeah, we're gonna
22nd?
give you notice.
Okay, yes, sir.
Were you representing Mr. Foreman on a double parking?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, Crystal, she left. You're representing Mr. Foreman on double
Yes, Your Honor,
parking.
my pleasure.
We need to find a file though. Unless, did I do that one already? Maybe the paperwork just got lost.
Okay, yeah, for me,
Okay.
that's what I'm married to.
You're off the hook on that.
You know, there's a ton of people, so it's only 11 o'clock.
I don't know what they're out there for, because I've got 2 files left.
Unless they're.
I think he was the past president there as well.
Oh,
There's a ton of people.
yeah, but you know what? I bet 40% of Rob's docket didn't show up. Big stack, big stack of failed appears. No, you guys did all right today.
Mhm.
This one's mine, yeah. Old. I didn't talk to that person.
Who?
Is your name at the bottom there?
Old chap.
Let me see. Your name.
There is your name. And here, I got another one for you. How are you, sir?
Doesn't make any difference.
This is about it.
Yeah, I didn't talk to him. Chris will probably talk to
Adjourn for
him.
discovery.
Chris will probably talk to him.
Yeah, so then you'll talk to him right under. If there's any areas in there you might want to talk to them, she's.
So Jamie?
Yes, sir.
11:15, we got James Bronaugh,
Okay.
which is a formal hearing on a registration of plate civil infraction. And then Mr. Kaysen is scheduled 11:30 for formal. Somebody called in for him saying he needed an interpreter, even though he's never asked for an interpreter all the other times he's been here. So I told her, tell him he's got to be here at 11:30.
Okay.
Well, I could probably get on the phone one, but I'm not doing a formal hearing with an interpreter on the phone. That'll be a nightmare.
That is yours and that is Mr. Jones.
Hey, Jamie?
Yes, sir.
Mackenzie's available here. Thanks. I just wanted to see how far you could get.
Well, you want to see the doors in, right? And they're not. The doors, like everything else in the building, has a personality, right?
Yeah, they shrunk up a little bit. Is Avery 264? Yep. Avery, did a lady come see you about a job today?
Yes, she did.
Good. Thank you.
Okay.
See ya.
I'm gonna hook her up.
Cool. What's going on, man? Good luck.
Oh. Was Foreman, was he sentenced on?
Foreman was like a DWS or something.
Was he the one that you told to go over and talk to Avery?
No, I was a little old lady. Or a little
No,
lady.
you told. Oh.
No, that was a little lady.
Cause I just asked him, said he was coming down for a payment plan. Yeah, he had DWS.
I sent a lot down for payment plans.
Yeah, he, just needs a.
Yeah, I don't think there's any
Okay.
sentencing.
Okay, cool.
Well, I think he's already been sentenced.
Yeah, so the ones that he dealt with today, we are disposed, so he has a lot to fill up on the payment plan. Okay, so no. And then, so these are yours. Only reason why I'm leaving these with them is because
For Mr. Cason's formal hearing, want to give him the 22nd at 10 as well?
if it's not Caitlin, it is Caitlin, that's the problem.
Oh.
She has a full docket with all that.
Any idea what her extension is in her office?
No,
Security.
Hey, can you ask Caitlin to step in here and talk to me about Kason?
Sure, no problem.
Thanks.
These have bonds, and the bonds need to be transferred to this, so I never closed them, so I kept them all open for maybe you can take the bond for to transfer, so then she can close them. Okay. All right, otherwise those are like, do you? They're both. He's not in there? Let's see, Jenkins, Crossley, Atkinson.
Mr. Kasem or somebody on his behalf called at 11:01 and said he needed an interpreter for his formal hearing.
Oh,
So I told her, well, tell them he needs to be here at 11:30. So just so you know, we'll adjourn it. We'll get him an interpreter, even though I think he's playing games, because she says every other time he's been here, he's never had one. But when? Because I was gonna go to the 22nd, but she said, we're keeping your docket late because you got to get out of here for something else. So
Can I-
what?
is the 28th too stacked, because Sheehan is on that other
We can-
case too.
I don't know, can we get it? We could probably get an interpreter by the 28th.
Yeah, depending on what kind of it is.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right,
So
that'd
the
be,
28th,
yeah, that I don't have to drag him here.
No, that makes sense.
Okay,
We'll let you know that. Thanks.
thank you.
11:15 still hasn't showed up, I assume.
He's here, we're talking.
All right, don't talk too long.
I know, we're back.
What's that look for?
What?
I said, what's that look for?
Oh, I'm just tired of these people. Today just was just idiot bill. I mean, just massive idiot bill. Pardon me? Yeah, but the ones that, I got all the, you know, Miss P, she was here, she signs up for the lawyers down there.
We never saw her.
Huh?
She's in a no-show docket.
Miss P?
Yeah.
Well, she's down there, okay, and then she gets mad, she doesn't want to talk to the prosecutor, so Ken tells her to sign the sheet. Well, she's at the bottom of the sheet.
Right.
I don't sit here.
Oh, she probably just left before she talked to
She just
anybody.
walked out.
Yeah, well, that's a failed appeal.
She's a civil girl too. I remember seeing her name on the. Because I felt bad for her at that name.
Oh, Miss P, yeah. So you don't ever remember having any contact with her?
Today, no.
No, I mean, ever, do you know?
No.
So what are you doing on these?
Oh,
January is.
that's fine. And actually, I meant it, I was gonna do it February, but yeah,
Yeah,
January is not looking good.
February's better.
February, just, yeah, but,
You March.
no, March is horrible. Mary Ann's off, I'm off.
Okay.
February 5th.
And, I mean, February 5th, what day of the week is that?
That's a Monday.
Okay.
Are Mondays okay for you?
Yeah, if Jadal's okay with it.
If I do February 5th at 8:30.
What day is that? Monday too? Monday also? Either one, February 5th or 12th, that's enough to,
Oh, that might be amazing on that, for that one.
so this one here that's coming up is, he's the guy that leads the project. Stays up for the second piece. Then from this card it says. Just.
Oh my.
Because of the second.
He sounds like he's just.
So Janelle said, there's reason people in try to case this as far as I'm concerned. So it's just, it's
Which
gonna be
was
like.
his name?
Same.
Six there.
Yeah, so.
So you said you also something about.
No, it's not, I don't think it's.
Oh.
Yes, sir.
Go let Caitlin know that it's now 11:16.
Okay.
You're gonna call Jadal, and then you're gonna send out the order, right?
Yeah, February 5th is good though?
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks, see you guys.
See ya.
Oh my God. Stalking charges. Guys on here.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm sorry. Officer X has somebody pulled over trying to do traffic stop and this guy's pulling up on him. That's interfering. And that clear cut to me. You know, I got my buddy Henry. He's just obsessed with these First Amendment guys. He watches them all on YouTube. I had some heated discussions with him. I'm like, Henry, it's bullshit. I said, it's bullshit. I said, these guys are just looking for YouTube hits. Well, the public has a right to know. I said, no, man. All they're doing is they're showing up at a PD or a library or a city hall, town hall, and they're just trying to get a confrontation for YouTube hits. There's no public policy benefit to that.
No.
You know, now, you know, the person that randomly gets pulled over and records because the cop's doing something
Right.
inappropriate, well, sure, there's public policy benefit to that. But the guy that's just going out there looking for a problem or trying to create the problem, it's like, no. And then, you know, some poor bastard cops, you know, ends up in a situation where he ends up shooting this guy because he's so out of control. It's like, damn, don't go looking for trouble. Like I told Jamie that one day, don't start no shit, won't be on.
Right.
You know?
Makes not seem actually on that. Very either.
That's weird.
No, not. So you gotta keep going
Sir, how do you pronounce the name?
Bruno.
Bruno. I never would have done that. Bruno.
Yep.
All right. All right. And appearance for Huron Township.
Caitlin Willie Carter, Huron Township.
All right. And are the people ready?
Yeah.
All right. And Ms. Bruno, Mr. Bruno, you're ready for your hearing?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Your Honor, the people call Officer Saskai.
All right, officer, come on up. All right, raise your right hand, swear affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Watch your step on the ramp. Settle in the chair. Go ahead.
Thank you. Officer, can you please state your name for the record?
Officer Satsai
And how are you employed?
with the Huron Township Police Department,
And how long have you been employed as a police officer in the township?
approximately a year and a half.
And have you been trained and certified in the use of the Michigan Law Enforcement Information Network, also known as LEAN?
I have.
Were you on duty on September 18th of this year at approximately 7:50 in the evening?
I was.
I'm sorry, what was the date?
September 18th.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. And were you dispatched somewhere around that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you recall what the dispatch was regards to?
A motor vehicle accident involving two cars.
And where were you dispatched to?
I believe it was Van Horn, Inkster Road, Huron Township.
Perfect. Once you arrived on scene, did you speak to the drivers that were involved in the accident?
I did.
And did you identify one of those parties as a respondent?
I did.
And did you know him prior to this incident?
No, ma'am.
Can you identify him for the court by something he's wearing?
The black leather jacket.
Noted.
Thank you. And do you remember what kind of vehicle the respondent was driving that day?
Ford Expedition, I believe.
And as part of your traffic investigation, did you ask the respondent for the registration of the vehicle?
I did.
Was he able to provide registration?
He provided me registration, but it was expired.
So it wasn't invalid?
Yes, ma'am.
How could you tell?
The registration they provided me was expired, and I also ran the plate and confirmed it with lien that it was expired.
Okay, and did you issue a ticket?
I did.
What was that ticket for?
Expired registration, no insurance, and disregard stop sign causing accident.
Okay, but today we're here for the expired plate.
Yes, ma'am.
I have no other questions.
Do you have any questions for the officer, sir?
You had your body cam on the whole time, correct?
Yes, sir.
So you recorded the plate as well?
Yes, sir. Should be on the body
Okay,
cam.
So we should be able to see the plate that you say that's on the vehicle?
Sure.
Okay, that's all, sir. That's all.
No other questions for the officer?
No other questions.
Okay. Any redirect?
None.
You can step down. All right. I'm assuming there's nobody else in the room, so you have no witnesses?
No witness. just me. I got
Hold on, raise your right hand. Swear, affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
All right, tell me your story.
Okay, so, I was in an accident. The young man came up and seen us. And when they came up and seen us, it was kind of.
Let me stop. You don't have to stand up to talk to me. They train attorneys to do that, but you can sit down.
Okay. When he was talking to me, it was going kind of fast because the young lady needed the ambulance and they were testing me for my sobriety.
Sure.
So he never asked me for my registration. The registration was in the vehicle. He took me back to the car, took me through the battery of sobriety test, made me sit in the car, because after they take the test, he said there's a 15-minute wait that they got to do before they make you blow into the bottle.
Right.
At that time, he had already called tow trucks out. So he came back, I blew, I was clean, he let me out the vehicle. I asked him at that time, can I take my own vehicle? Because I got insurance and I can tow it myself. And I told him that my vehicle would run. He said it wouldn't. And that's when we got into the conversation about, well, I would get it towed at my own expense. Okay, so I was never given an opportunity to go back to the vehicle and get my registration out, give it to him, because once you hitch it up, they won't allow you to touch the vehicle anymore. So he never asked me for it. No. I believe he's a good officer, but in this particular situation, he never asked me for my registration. I got it here today. The same plate that's on the vehicle today is the plate that's been on the vehicle since my wife's birthday. He said he pulled up an old plate. I don't know how that could be. I don't know how lien work. I don't know, I'm only, a person that goes to Secretary of State, present my information and get what they give me.
Right.
So I got what the Secretary of State gave me on the 30th of March last year. I got the registration and I got a proof of the plate that's on the vehicle that was in the accident. And that's a picture. My daughter's in the vehicle right now.
I'm sorry, hold on. You backed up. You said something about proof and said something about a picture, so repeat that.
The picture of the plate that's on the vehicle and the registration. The
Okay.
same one that's been on there for the whole year.
Okay.
So he said that it's an old plate that was on there.
Okay.
I'm not sure about that at all.
All right. Is it EJ9, or excuse me, EJN 9175?
I have to take.
Yeah.
You got it there on the registration?
It's on the ticket. I don't have the registration, but the appearance ticket has the plate number.
The plate that's on the actual vehicle is ESG 8618. And I got the picture of the vehicle as well.
Okay.
So if that was an old plate, I'm not sure, I don't even know why it would pop up.
Right.
And I'm not blaming him. He was only doing his job. So
Right.
So here's the.
Anything else at this point, Mr. Bruno?
Other than showing you the picture, Your Honor.
Well, do you have a picture from the day of the accident, or do you have a picture after the accident?
Well, that's the whole reason why I asked him to have his body count.
Understood.
Because, I didn't take the picture. I didn't think about
Understood.
it. But, I would never think this would happen. This clearly showed when I got the plate.
No judgment. I'm just asking.
I wish I did.
Yeah.
I got a picture of just them putting it on the tow truck, but I didn't actually see it. That's why I asked him if he had his body camera.
Here's a question for you. Do you have any paperwork from the tow company?
My tow company?
Or whoever towed it? Because I'm
I don't-
assuming part of their tow ticket, they probably would have put a plate number on.
I'm not sure that, Your Honor.
Just
I went and got, it was in there for like 8 hours.
Okay.
From the time they pounded it, I picked it up the next morning.
Right.
And I picked it up with the same information that I'm showing you here, like
Okay.
this registration, my proof for insurance, they released it to me. I got in the car and drove it home, and we've been driving it ever since.
Okay. Anything else?
No, sir.
Any questions?
No.
Okay. Any rebuttal?
No.
Okay. How would an old plate number pop up? Would possible to pull an old plate number up on lien?
What I suspect happened is the vehicle had this plate on it that had expired, and that's what the officer saw, and that's what the officer corroborated with the registration through lien, and it shows it's expired. When you run the plate through lien right now, it shows that registration that he has right now is
Hold
active.
on. When you run the plate through, or you run the VIN number through?
When you run the VIN number.
Thank you.
So it previously had this EJN plate on it. And they got a new one last year in 2023 to replace it. What I suspect happened is they didn't put the new plate on, and it was still reflecting this EJN. So even though they had valid registration, it was improper because the plate was.
Okay, but we don't have we don't have the video available to
I don't
show.
know. I didn't know that that was an argument.
Okay, I understood. Okay. All right. Anything else?
No, sir. I mean, only thing I could say is that, you know, normally when you get a vehicle, if you do not change the plate, you just put the tab on it. But if you get a brand new plate, that gets changed immediately because you voided out the other plate. The other plate is no longer good. So I wouldn't have drove around. I mean, this March, I wouldn't have drove around for 10 months with an invalid plate, you know, on the car. That's that.
With a new plate sitting on the kitchen
With a
table.
new plate sitting right there in the car or wherever you might have put it at.
Yeah.
And I was conscious enough to keep the registration, but not put the plate on the car. And like I said, I'm not blaming the young man.
Right.
I think he only looked at the VIN and maybe they got that still linked up with that plate some kind of way. And it was, like I said, it was a lot going on. And like, he was right to test me to see if I was, you understand what I'm saying? The young lady had to go to the hospital. I was out there worried about her myself.
Right,
you know, so.
right. Okay, anything else?
No.
All right. Mr. Brunel, you're too nice not to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I appreciate it.
I'm gonna find you not guilty, not responsible.
Thank you, sir.
You got some money posted. We're gonna give you that 90% of that back.
Okay, well, it's all yours anyway, because I owe you money still, so.
You got money, you owe us something on it?
I owe you some money.
Another
still.
file?
Yeah, on another file.
You want us to just apply it?
They was about to take 180 from me on my income taxes.
You want us to apply this to the
You
other
can
file?
apply that to that, John.
Can you tell me a case number? Can you put his name in?
22 SU 00981.
22 SU 00981. Okay, all right, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, be safe, officer.
So with that one, will they give me like a receipt? Because I think my bill.
Yeah,
is
if you go
180,
down.
And you say that
They'll
they
probably
give
do
it.
that now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'll owe the difference.
Yeah, they'll show you what your balance is on that file after we apply this
I
bond.
appreciate it.
You have a great day, sir. Yeah, just so you know, all I'm gonna do is tell the guy he's gotta come back on the 28th, and we'll have an interpreter.
Okay, that way they're not out there mingling, talking, whatever.
Oh, Tina's getting a steroid injection in her back. I didn't know she had back issues. You know what time our election's supposed to be over? Yeah.
What time is supposed to be over?
Well, what time we're closing?
11 to 2.
11 to 2. Are you Mr. Kasem?
Yes.
All right. Somebody called at 11 o'clock, said you wanted an interpreter?
Yeah.
What language?
Arabic.
Arabic? All right, we'll give you notice to come back on the 28th. What time are we gonna do that?
I'm gonna do it at 11. I mean, we have one at 11, one at 11:15, 11:30.
Sure. All right, 11:30 on December 28th. We'll get you noticed and we'll call for an interpreter. Understood? Understood?
11. Yeah,
Just show
I know a
the
little bit
calendar.
English.
Show
I know.
them, just point to the calendar.
I- I-
28.
January 28th?
Yep.
21.
28th.
28 December.
Yep.
Yeah.
January.
January.
No,
Oh, I'm
December.
sorry, December.
December. Yeah, 28 December. I know a little bit English. Can
11:30 in the morning.
yeah, this is the date. I know a little bit English. Can talk today or not? If you try.
If you want to have the hearing today, we can do that. But if you want an interpreter, I got to have you come back.
Oh, okay.
I don't have any problem having an interpreter. I just don't have one today because we didn't know you wanted.
Okay, I try. If you, I know a little bit English. I try. If you.
I got an interpreter on my phone, I'll tell them.
Yeah.
You want to be.
If you have any hesitation about your English skills, I'd rather have you here with an interpreter.
Because I have kids. When I take day off, this you know.
I understand that, but I didn't know you wanted an interpreter until 11 o'clock. There was never a request for an interpreter.
Yeah, okay, I can try today, or if you want to try.
Well, I don't know if we got the officer now.
Yeah, did they cancel?
Let's find out.
Is it Huron?
It's Huron and it's Officer Sheehan, I think. Hold on, let me check.
Okay.
Yes, Sheehan. Let's find out. Oh, gone now. I wish we had a good video of this and play it for people. Mr. Brewer, this is the way you fight stuff. Polite, you're not calling anybody names, right? It's like, look, something ain't right about this situation. I don't know what happened, but how do you not want to give that guy a break?
Yeah.
I'll give those kind of people benefit of the doubt every time. No. He gets my benefit of the doubt every time, just for politeness. Yellow. No, we're not doing that. We'll reschedule. Yeah, we'll reschedule. All right, we're gonna have you come back because the officer's already left. The officer we need for the hearing. So the 11:30, the 28th December. All right, and we will request an interpreter for that day.
Hold right there. I'm gonna
She's gonna give you a notice.
Okay, I need here or come?
Yeah, no, just right there.
And then I pay 180.
Mhm,
Then you
yeah.
tell me, come back when, before no half when, then come back when. I need to that, they give me, you can move when only,
I'm sorry, no.
you know, I buy 180.
Yep, we have the 180.
Yeah, and, they gave me points before, no
Right,
point.
Right, it was no
Then when
points
I do-
before, but
yeah.
because you tried to contest it,
Yeah.
they put it back to the original. They gave you a break on the side of the road. They gave you a break of the impeding, and you didn't want it.
Yeah.
So you wanted to fight it.
Yeah.
So then they give you what you originally,
Yeah.
they stopped you at.
I don't know before no half when, me, I don't know.
Right, well, right, you got the point because you contested what they were giving you. They gave you a break on the side of the road with no point. And you didn't want that. So they give you the point.
Now give me points, right?
They gave you points.
Oh,
Yeah.
now I tell him, you forgive me, no give me points, I buy, I pay 180 for this.
It's too late now. Now you have to, you're just going to trial on if you're guilty or not guilty of the points of the speeding. They're gonna find that the judge is gonna say if you are responsible for the speeding or not responsible. The no points is gone. You lost that.
Are you?
You don't have the no points. The ticket that they gave you, you don't have that anymore. You have a speeding ticket now.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's what you're going to trial on.
yeah, that's good, I think you have point,
You have points.
now you have one,
You have, yeah,
how many have one?
I don't know. I don't understand what you mean by how you have the point.
No, before, this officer will give me, okay, no have one.
Exactly.
Yeah, then I do, for court
Yeah.
appointment, then they told me, pay 180 and 2 points,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Then I pay 180.
Yep.
Now I need money, that he forgive me.
I don't, that's up to the judge. You have to wait to see the judge on that day. And it's Arabic interpreter? Mark, or December 28th at 11:30, be here and we'll have an interpreter for you.
Here, in person here.
In person here, yes, correct. You're welcome.